big molle panel on the front and some clasps on the back. Sorry, this workbench is really messy and dirty. Depending on which shoulder you want your mags to hang off of, you can swap this to your either left or right side, so that you can pull your mags with whatever hand you choose. This clasp back here, which connects to this one. This is for when you have it on. This holds it tight in another point of contact so it doesn't swing around your body. But setting up the bandolier is very easy. Just like any other molle attachment, you just take your pouch, slide it through, and then flip the clasps closed. It is good to have your mag pouches facing down on the bandolier so that you pull your mags from your stomach instead of up over your chest. One thing I'm going to do with my bandolier, because I typically am moving quite a bit when I play, so I like to take an extra strap through the bottom of my pouch and then connect it like this. That way, the mag pouch doesn't move very much, if at all. It does cause a small crease here, but when it's on your body, it shouldn't matter. Let's set up the other one. There we go. Nice and easy. Now you're set up and ready to go. Once you have your bandolier set up, you'll notice there's a clasp on the front, clasp on the back. Simply put your head through and your arm. I have my bandolier set up to be a little higher on my chest, so I like to shift it up. Grab your two clasps. Done. Easy as that. You may be wondering, how does the bandolier move with you? There is a small bit of up and down movement here, but I've just gotten mine, so I haven't finished fully adjusting it to myself. Very little side to side. It's not going anywhere, that's for sure. If you are moving, say running, everything stays relatively where it was, even with jumping. Of course, this will be somewhat dependent on what mag pouches you're using. Mine are quite tight, and I set them up pretty tight on the molle. So whatever you use will, of course, affect your setup. Your main shoulder space is still open, and if you're ambi like me, or you're just swapping hands or shoulders, this also remains open. It's a little different because the strap is now covering your collar, but this would not be difficult to get used to. With your bandolier set up correctly, you should have the darts with the tips facing down. That way, when you pull your mag, you don't have to reorient it to swap and get it into your mag well. So it should just be a straight pull out. Let's get a quick feel for reloading out of the bandolier. It is much comfier and easier, plus less time consuming, to just grab the mag from my chest here instead of my side or my back. So I imagine this should be quite a bit faster. I have not had time to practice this. I've barely had my bandolier for an hour, so this might be a little messy, but just go for it. First impressions and all. Messed up there. Let's do a prepped reload. Say we're shooting. Very easy. Compared to a belt setup, my chest is much more free. I can swap shoulders and hands much easier, but I'm sure with the bandolier you could get completely used to that and have it the same speed, if not faster. So the only difference is a small strap here. A belt gives you full range of movement, except when squatting. When I squat, the belt gets quite tight in my stomach area, which, well, makes it hard to squat or kneel, that kind of stuff. When reloading from the belt, it is a little bit longer, I feel, because you're moving your hands a further distance as opposed from here to here, from here to here, or even here. These are technically my Diana mag pouches, so I don't even reload my primary from here, but I figured I'd try it anyways just to see if it's still fast. Let's go for a quick reload. One thing I definitely noticed immediately is I have to reorient the mag in my hand before I insert it. Or I suppose I could come around like this, but this is very uncomfortable for my wrist and my elbow is very far out. If I'm behind a small piece of cover, my elbow is likely very exposed here. Go from the side pouches. Yeah, I still gotta reorient it there. As I pull the mag out, I need to flip it in my hand almost to just get my arm into the right position. If I orient the mag differently, so that the dart is facing away from me, I no longer run into this problem, but it is still a lot more movement. My elbow has to go a lot higher than as opposed to just moving down. It's much more uncomfortable. So, I really like this bandolier. You can get them for, I don't know what price your local retailers or whatever online site you're using carries them for, but I'll leave a link in the description down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.